sitting quietly, the courtiers laughed at him, thinking he was a coward. Rama never cared about others. He had an internal moral compass. So he just sat there motionless. However, his brother could not bear the ridicule and he made the first move here. He's shown lifting up the bow, which forced Rama to hold it and shoot the arrow. This raises an important question. How could his brother lift the bow of Lord Shiva? If so, why was he not chosen as the groom? Now, his brother is only doing this because he could not tolerate the courtiers ridiculing Rama. But this innocent act would raise suspicion in the mind of Sita later. A lot has happened behind the scenes. Here, Rama and Sita are married and are walking towards Rama's hometown. You can see that Rama and Sita are really close. They really like each other like a bee and a lotus. Now, after Rama broke the bow, Rama's father was immediately informed and he rushed to see the wedding. You can see Rama's father here, and you can see three male figures. These are the three brothers of Rama. Actually, Rama and Sita were not the only ones who got married that day. All three brothers of Rama were also married to the sisters and cousins of Sita. They're all walking home after the wedding. But there is an odd detail here. This guy is wielding a sword. And this guy, what is he holding in his hand? That's right, he's pulling out an arrow. They're getting ready for a fight. Why? These two lovebirds are the only ones who are not paying attention to the oncoming danger. Who is the danger? This figure, the tallest of all of them. Notice how he is shown taller than Rama and everyone else, even though he's not wearing a crown. He's not clean shaven like the warrior Rama. He's shown with a beard and a mustache and shown with no ornaments. He's shown only wearing Rudraksha beads and has no ornaments at all. A stark contrast to the warriors. Who is he? His name is Rama, Parashurama. Now, who is Parashurama? He's also an avatar of Lord Vishnu, but he belongs to the priestly or Brahmin caste. He confronts warrior Rama and challenges him to a duel. His clan is full of strange saint-like warriors. Look at this guy's face. While the other guys look serious, looking for a fight, this guy with a large mustache in the last seems quite happy to see Rama. But there are two strange figures. One is this little person stuck between these two clans. Who is this little guy? More importantly, what is he wearing in his neck? This is not an ornament. Is he wearing an ID tag? Is it a large ID tag? No, I think this is a neck pouch. This is definitely a neck pouch. Whoever patented the neck pouch in the last few decades needs to know that such a thing existed 1,200 years ago. You can clearly see a string going around his neck, and there is a large square pouch. But the question is, what is inside the pouch? Look at his right hand. As soon as he sees the enemy clan, the little guy puts his hand immediately on the pouch. That means something important must have been inside, right? Passport, documents, money, what was inside. But there's an even stranger guy in this carving. He's on the ground here, trampled by these men. Who is he? It appears from his hand gesture as though he's begging for help. Can you tell me who this is? So, what was the challenge? Parashurama insults Rama with sarcastic remarks, taunting him to a fight. He loudly asks if this little boy really killed several demons. He then asks Rama if he had really broken the bow of Shiva, and if that's true, can he use the bow of Vishnu? Parashurama gives his own bow to Rama and challenges him to use the bow. Rama, however, was able to lift and draw this bow back with ease. Parashurama was humiliated by how casually Rama handled the bow. Then Rama asks him where the arrow should hit. He says, "Should I aim for Parashurama's heart?" Parashurama then realized that he could be dead the next minute, and then, wanting to live, tells Rama to send the arrow to heaven. According to Indonesians, Parashurama actually becomes a part of Rama after this incident. You can see that his body is not there and he is getting merged with Rama. Parashurama was always an avatar of Vishnu, but he hadn't been humble enough to realize that he was a god. He had been arrogant until this moment. The sculptor has masterfully shown this. Can you find the difference between this Parashurama and this Parashurama? In the first carving, there is no halo. You don't see the divine circle around his head. In the second carving, as he becomes humble, see how a halo has emerged around his head. A valuable lesson for all of us to stay humble. And look at this guy. I cannot get enough of this guy. He can have his own TV show. He used to root for Parashurama until he saw Rama, but now he is so happy to see Rama shooting the arrow into the heaven and is even holding the quiver for Rama. This whole scene is quite divine, where everyone has reached a blissful, happy state, except for this monkey. The arrow has narrowly missed the monkey's head, and she is quite angry about this. She is growling at Rama, not because she could have died, but because she does not want to make her baby an orphan. Look at her back. Yes, there is a baby monkey perched on her back, and had the arrow hit the mother, both of them would have died. But look below, there's one more animal that we really need to talk about. No, not this snake coming out of a bush. This animal, it looks like a ball, but look carefully, you can see the scales on it. It's a pangolin. Yes, Indonesia and India have these scaly anteaters, and they look quite fancy as they walk, but they get even more fancy if you threaten them. They roll up into a ball. Here, what are they? Mushrooms, right? Why are they carved here? What is their significance? Here, they've all reached home. A rich palatial atmosphere is shown. We can see the newlywed couple Rama and Sinta sitting together, and you can see that they really love each other. Ancient texts compare Sita and Rama to a lotus and a bee.
Here are 5 reasons why I love using Creative Fabrica. They have tons of pre-made designs that I'm already allowed to use commercially and for
to a lotus and a bee, always attracted to each other. To the left of them, you can see 2 youngsters observing them. You can see the curiosity in their faces. Now, look at the top. You will see two birds on the left kissing each other, and on the right side you'll see two birds observing them. These two birds symbolize these two figures, and these two birds symbolize these two kids. Birds and humans exhibiting the same behavior, romancing and observing side by side. Now, you can see a variety of food stacked next to the couple. This is still the tradition amongst Hindus. The first night where the couple get married, the whole room is stacked with fruits and desserts. On the bottom left, you can see sweets. On the top, you can see these apple-like fruits, but apples did not reach Indonesia until the last few centuries. These are wood apples, also called as kawista in Indonesia. Next to it, you can see watermelons. And on the right corner, you can see mangoes. You can see how these fruits are all kept in coir bags. Today, we can still see such coir bags being used in Indonesia, pretty much with the same design. Underneath these fruits, you can see plenty of coconuts and bananas as well. And underneath all this, you can see a mystery box. I wonder what is inside that box. This is a $1,000,000 question. What is that box hiding? Some kind of ancient text? Or an ancient device or something? No, I guarantee you that there are some nuts like chestnuts or walnuts or at least peanuts in the box. Why am I saying this? Because, see, right next to it, a squirrel is trying to open that box. This is very unnatural. Squirrels are crazy about fruits. Looking at all these fruits, it should act like a kid in a candy store. Now, normally a squirrel or a chipmunk, because if there's one thing squirrels like box, but it's not able to open it and is desperately circling the box. Now, didn't the royal family have pet cats or dogs to catch these squirrels or chipmunks? What kind of pets did they have during ancient times? The squirrel itself is a pet squirrel. Look at its neck. It has a bell tied to its neck. So they know that the squirrel would venture into the couple's room and eat the nuts, which is why they put these nuts securely inside the box. These details are not written in Indonesian Ramayana, in Indian Ramayana, or in any Ramayana around the world. This is coming out of the mind of ancient sculptors. The person who carved this perhaps had a pet squirrel in his home, actually on top. Here, you can see Rama's father, who's suddenly shown in a slouchy position. His face immediately starts to show signs of aging, and he's looking at the scepter, the royal staff, which is a sign of authority over the entire kingdom. Suddenly, all his 4 sons have gotten married, and he feels like an old man wanting to retire and give the kingdom to the oldest and the noblest son, Rama. Interestingly, he is also being observed by some youngsters. Their fingers show that they're fidgety and anxious. What's going to happen next? Okay, so you have seen the first episode of Praveen Ramayana. I will post the second episode soon. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you.